Hey everybody, this video is going to be about Traceroute. So it's pretty simple video. Just I'm going to show how Traceroute works, and we're going to do a capture. So let's take a look. The nice thing about EVE-NG is that we can do a capture right here. We're gonna on this Docker container that I have up. I'm going to do a capture of ETH0 right here. So let's bring that up. So, okay, so we're going to do the Ethernet. We're going to say okay to that. It brings a nice wireshark window up, and there it is. And then we're going to run traceroute, and then we're going to go over how that works. So traceroute, boom, there we go. Let's stop the capture. Okay. So this is a trace route to 2510.10.49. So that is up here at this other Docker container. It's on this segment of the network. It's out past all of these devices. It goes through ISPs. Let's see how it goes. We can actually take a look right here. So 10.150 15.2, that's the firewall. And then it hits R1, 65.10.10.2. Then it goes to the 12, this AS100, then AS300, which is 13, then up to AS500, which is 14, and then hits the Docker container. That's what the IP address is of that. So what I want to do is dig into the capture. You can see how traceroute works. I was asked this question, how does traceroute work, in an interview, and I kind of went blank on it. So that's why I'd want to do this video. Let's take a look here, and we're going to expand out this part, and you can see the time to live. So this is the first packet sent, and the TTL is 1. So that's what it does. It sends out. That's how it's going to it's finding out the path. So it sends out TTLs of 1. Let's go down to the next one. A TTL of 1, TTL of 1. So it sends it 3 times. That's why we also get the response time in milliseconds there. And then you can see this next packet, packet 4, basically of this in this red area, packet 19 on the capture. We have the TTL of 2. So we're going to send out a TTL of 2. So once those routers receive a TTL of 1, they're going to send back a message. And we're going to see that later. But here's the initial. It's just sending out a bunch of packets with different TTLs. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now here we get into the responses. So here is 15.2 responding right here. And it's going to say time to live exceeded, because it got a packet with a TTL of 1. It says, I don't know what to do with this. I'm going to send an ICMP response back. The other thing I want to discuss, UDP. You can see UDP here. That's the default for Linux. The default for Windows, I think, is it sends out ICMP. All right. So we get the response back. There are the responses from 15.2. So we sent out a bunch of packets, UDP. And let's see. Let's take a look here. Let's take a look. Time to live 5. So, okay, these are 5. And 6. Okay, so there are the responses. And then we get responses from the next hop with the second set. with a time to live of 2. So there you see time to live exceeded right there. And again, the responses are coming in. So that's what it's doing. It's just sending out a bunch of packets, 3 at a time of 1 TTL, then 2 TTL, 3 TTL, and it just keeps going. And let's see what this TTL, this is a TTL of 8. So that's past our thing. It doesn't really even matter at that point because we only have 6 hops to get there. So, and all the routers respond. There's 12, 10, 10 responding. So that is right here, this ISP1, AS100. It's responding. ICMP saying time to live exceeded. There's 14. And there's 25. So that's it for the default. So there's also, though, with this Traceroute, you can also send it TCP if you wanted to do that. 25.10.10.49. Let's open that back up. Show you the differences here. All right, it's coming back up. Okay, and let's do that. Let's run that one. I think this froze on us. I've seen that happen a few times with EVE-NG because it did not respond. Let's try it again. Okay. Okay, there we go. You see we're sending out TCP packets. Let's go back up. And you can see this packet again. Protocol TCP. Where is the time to live? Let's find that. Let's look right here. Oh, here we go. Here's the first packet, time to live, TCP, sending out 3 times, then 2, and so on. And there are the responses again. Same thing, ICMP response. Okay. Let's also try, so the Windows method, if we go back up, we just do a traceroute. This is what Windows would use. They'd use ICMP. And here again, let's take a look. Here are all the ICMP requests. This should be the first one. Time to live, 1. So same thing. So the TTL is manipulated in traceroute just to send it out 3 times. So that's the 3 different ways, or three different ways. There's others, I'm sure. Traceroute, ICMP, TCP, and UDP. So Linux uses UDP by default. Windows uses ICMP by default, and it's basically the TTL. If anyone asks you a question like this, you can answer it now. So thank you very much.